विश्वास गच्छति श्रोत्र सवे चरणारविंद जय विष्णुपाद गच्छति श्रोत्र सिद्धांत सरस्वती प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की all glorious to all glorious of Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Prabhupada की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति शिवदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपतिकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखनितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी श्रवाणसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं पंगं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन्नतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेषण शून्यवाद पश्चात् देशकारिणे Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, verse 8. Narad Uvacha Jananya Bhitaspantha Jananya Bhitaspantha Savai Nisreyasasyate Savai Nisreyasasyate Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhajatam Pranavatmana Narada Uvacha Jananya Vihitapanta Savainisreyasasyate Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhajatam Pranavatmana. It is Pravanatman. Yeah, I also spelled wrongly. Please forgive. Narada Vacha. The great sage Narada said, Jananya, by your mother, Abhihitaha, stated, Pantaha, the path, Saha, that, why, certainly, Nisreyasasya, the ultimate goal of life, Te, for you, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudevaha, Krishna, Tam, unto him, Bhaja, render your service, Tam, by him, Pravana Atmana, fully absorbing your mind. Translation was doing this with the great sage Narada told Dhruva Maharaj, the instruction given by your mother Suniti to follow the path of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just suitable for you. You should therefore completely absorb yourself in the devotional service of the Lord. Dhruva Maharaj's demand was to achieve an abode even greater than Lord Brahma's. Within this universe, Lord Brahma is supposed to be in the most exalted position, for he is the chief of all demigods. But Dhruva Maharaj wanted a realm beyond his. Therefore, his desire was not to be fulfilled by worshipping any demigod. As described in Bhagavad Gita, the benedictions offered by the demigods are all temporary. Therefore, Narada Muni asked Dhruva Maharaj to follow the path recommended by his mother, to worship Krishna Vasudev. When Krishna offered anything, it is beyond the expectation of the devotee. Both Suniti and Narada Muni knew that the demand of Dhruva Maharaj was impossible for any demigod to fulfill. And therefore, both of them recommended following the process of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Narad Muni referred to here as Bhagavan because he can bless any person just as the Supreme Personality of Godhead can. He was very pleased with Dhruv Maharaj and he could have at once personally given whatever he wanted. But that is not the duty of the spiritual master. His duty is to engage the disciple in proper devotional service as prescribed in the Shastras. Krishna was similarly present before Arjuna. And even though he could have given him all facilities for victory over the opposing party without a fight, he did not do so. Instead, he asked Arjuna to fight. In the same way, Narmani asked Dhruva Maharaj to undergo devotional discipline in order to achieve the desired result. Very wonderful verse. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. I seek the blessings of practically everyone here. So that whatever I heard in the past, I just repeat. So, Sri Bhagavatam is Paramahamsa Samhita. You know, I'm really good for nothing. Some hope, some grace has flowed into my life, and that's why I'm able to speak. So, Dhruva Maharaj was coming to the subject matter. He was seriously offended, and in that mentality of a child, he wanted to have something which doesn't have any parity. So he doesn't want anything that on par with anybody in the material world. So he wanted a planet bigger than his great grandfather Brahma, actually. Today, our brains are so absorbed in the material world. You ask a student, what do you want? Krishna comes and says, what do you want? F1 to H1. And here I can give you much more, but because your brain is so much absorbed. Or I want a job. Because people cannot think beyond. So Brahma knew, sorry, Dhruva Maharaj knew his grandfather is Swayambhu Manu who owns the universe. He's the emperor of the universe. But that position is temporary. But Brahma's position is temporary, but the planet is called Brahma's planet. Brahma's planet is bigger than grandfather's planet. I mean, grandfather's domain of rule. And he said, let me target there only. Amazing. I don't know how many of you have seen, you ask children, how much you want? I want this much. Sometimes you give a small plate, I want in that big plate. At the end of the day, you're going to eat this much only. But no, I want the bigger plate. How many of you have seen this? The children, So actually, this whole episode is present in Bhagavatam for only one reason. If he has been offended and worked very hard, like they show in the movies, it's not a really thing. Why? He's just satisfying his ego. But he is approaching the Supreme Lord to satisfy his desire. That's why this story is great. So with for few points, first of all, devatas cannot fulfill his desire. Kamasya jnana prapadyante anni devata. Tam nemastaya. What's the next line? Prakrute niyatasva. Exact. Thank you. So, in fact, demigods, even for them to bestow, Krishna has to sanction the demigod. Wow. I don't think how many Indians know this really, Even for demigods to bestow that, Krishna has to sanction that to the demigod. Hare Krishna. Interesting. Second thing is, Antavant Phalantesham, Tadbhavant Alpamerism. Demigods, whatever they bestow, it's temporary. You know, actually, there was time the demigods were bestowing nicely because nowadays no one knows how to even worship demigods. Demigods are even not even giving things. You genuinely go and worship demigods don't give actually. Why? You are not offering the proper worship that is meant to be offered to them. That's why people are approaching gurus. People are approaching nowadays, say, what is that? Babas. 50% of Hinduism is Babaism only. Yeah, I think people are getting something a little bit here and there. I don't know. No? In India, Christianity says if you attend our programs, you will be healed. Ah, why can't you do that in America, where you originated? Why American technology grew this much when Christianity, it's called a Swasthata Mahasabha. Swasthata means Swasthata means you will recover. You'll be healed. Literally, many people come also. And some people have some mystic power here and there, they heal. But then that's literally, what do you call? It is sad. This much technology would not have grown in America if that is true. So in the religion, in the name of hypocrisy creeps into religion. Man uses anything to pursue his ego. Actually. Anyway, uh, wonderful point here. When Krishna offers anything, it is beyond the expectation of the devotee. We should have faith on this one line. When Krishna offers anything, it is beyond the expectation of a devotee. Ravindra Swarbhu made a nice point. When did Prabhupada know he is that Senapati Bhakta of Lord Chaitanya? I don't know what answer Ravindra Swarbhu gave. He did PhD in religion. So Prabhupada came to know, somewhere he might, Prabhupada came to know later, but Prabhupada came to know I am that Senapati Bhakta. But if you see, Prabhupada also slogged very hard, really worked very hard, selling the Back to Godhead magazine for 5 pies, you know, tea stall to tea stall, tea stall. But Prabhupada may not be aware is that, I mean, actually, they are trying to be very careful. Ravindra Swarupa's statement, he is that Senapati Bhakta. He may have an idea, but to what extent? One time there was an exhibition in Juhu Temple. They put all the Prabhupada was impressed with the progress. So much I did. Wow. There's a temple in France, there's a temple in London, there's a temple in Europe, there's a temple in America. Australia. So Prabhupada himself was impressed with his success. That is Krishna. Krishna will never give, uh, you're standing in the snow, you don't have a car, you're looking for $1 who can give you a ride. I just gave this example. If you all permit me to speculate, I gave this example so many times. All you need is snow, and you're standing in the bus stop, but for various reasons you don't have wallet with you and you don't have $1. You stand in the bus stop, somebody gives a lift because you cannot walk this much long. Supposing you're working downtown Detroit, you have to come back. So when Krishna reciprocates, how he reciprocates? When Mercedes comes and stops. Where are you going? For materials. Prabhuji, we are also going there. Come in. So, wow, you get inside. So you say, as soon as you reach Farmington, drop me here. No, no, tell me where your home is. They'll, you tell the address, and you'll reach home. They say, where is your garage? Why? The first person we pick up, this is a lottery. We want to donate this BM, this Mercedes. You are the one asked lift. So we need a picture so that we can present in the newspaper tomorrow. And that's how Krishna does actually. That's how Krishna does. I'm honest with you. When they are working with Krishna, they do not know what Krishna is going to do. You know, Duryodhan always thought Krishna is actually a mystic. He's a mystic. Duryodhan never had any idea Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna's Maya also works. Vidura is telling Dhritarashtra what's happening. Supreme Lord is showing his universal form. And Dhritarashtra said, can I get the vision? Krishna gave the vision. My Lord, after seeing you, I don't want to see again. Take that vision back. He took the vision. But did Dhritarashtra listen to Krishna's plea? Supreme Lord has come as an ambassador and making a presentation. Give 5 villages at least. Sometimes people say Krishna is very political. Krishna asked actually 5 villages. If Dhritarashtra would have agreed, Duryodhana would have agreed, Krishna would make another plan to reduce the burden. Krishna genuinely tried. But said, will not give it. Then the war became. What is Duryodhana calculation? You have a 7 Akshauhani army, we have 11 Akshauhani army. And what do you think of Bhishma? What do you think of Drona? What do you think of Bahalika, Somadatta, Karna, Ashwatthama? One of the 6 people 7, 8 people can address Arjun. Bhishma alone enough. I can take care of Bhima. That's it, war is over. This is the same mistake Ravana did. In the entire army, Ram's army, only 2 people have bow and arrow. Ram and Lakshman. Rest are all monkeys. And Ravan tells Sita also, hey, he's just a mortal. I am Lankapati. On the top of it, how many of you, think it's not a great cause, someone king is fighting for a war to get his wife back. That's it. That's why all the monkeys, when war was over, who is that? The entire war happened because of her. They were very, very impressed. Man, what is that? They had that one thing, uh, what do you call it? Eagerness, inquisitiveness. There's one more word that's Indian common. So they were, who is that? Hanuman also thought of the same thing. But when he saw Sita, he is justified, his cause is justified. That is internal energy. She connects the Jiva to the Supreme Lord. Up to that point, you cannot connect. Your estimation always goes wrong. So internal energy connects you. When after seeing Sita only, Ravan asked, who are you? Dasoham Kausalendrasya. I am the servant of Lord Ram. Up to that point, Hanumanji didn't say that line. Okay, up to that point, he's a minister of Sugriva. But after he saw Sita, then he said, I am a servant of Ram. Wow. That is internal energy. So, actually, if Sugriva really had known, he would be eternally famous. Sugriva would really waited and really tested the patience of Lord Ram. No. Ram had to send Lakshman and Lakshman had to come, and Sugriva was so much absorbed in that sense enjoyment. Hanuman was not like that. Hanuman had some idea. That's why To come to bhakti happens by ajnat sukriti. But to continue in bhakti is your determination. There may be some sukriti even to continue, but it more depends on your determination and patience. And I'm honest with you, problems will come. Maya's duty is to keep on throwing the arrows to take you out. That's why people in the mode of goodness only will be successful. People in the mode of Raja and Tamo cannot be. That's why sannyasi is there only for Brahmins. Can you imagine people like Bhishma and all? They're Kshatriyas. But even Dhrutarashtra, there is no sannyas for them. They are very intelligent. They didn't take sannyas. Right? You know, it's a patan ka hetu ho jayega. You may fall down. Simple. Just take one prastha, you'll go back to Godhead also. Don't do what you cannot do. One has to have a proper estimation of himself. Goal may be lofty. Goal is visible also, but we need to have enough tools. If one doesn't have enough tools and long for it, we'll end up in problems actually. So, what is that? That is how Krishna gives. And one is eternally famous. Arjuna is eternally famous. When Krishna is showing universal form, who are you? I'm thinking you are Subhadra's brother. You are my friend. That's how Krishna works. Nimitta matra bhavasa vijay sachi. Nimitta matra, just stand there. I'll do the show. You know? So, that's why actually real grace is not tiny gifts that Krishna gives. Real grace is understanding, enthusiasm, determination, and patience. Not unnecessarily pulling the strings because time will be wasted. That's it. You know, when Krishna offers anything, it is beyond the expectation of devotee. Oh, amazing. So, Suniti, she's advanced soul. Actually, I read somewhere when I can even tell, not somewhere, I remember where I read. Suniti was not taken good care of by Dhanapad. So what Suniti did, she left. She went to forest and she was doing tapasya. One day Uttanpad went to forest for his, whatever. Then he lost his way, he ended up in a heritage. He was looking for some. And then he this is his wife doing a tapasya. Then he realized, oh no, I'm sorry, you come back. So he requested her, so she came back. But again, because he was, the second wife he was very much, infatuated by. Again, he started ignoring. So what happened? So when he saw her, wife and husband, they were in seclusion. So there was union. Then she became pregnant. Then he said, you come back. Then she came back. But once she came back to the palace, the switch was there. So again, he started ignoring. So the conception happened to the forest. So this Prabhu is devotee only posted that actually. So anyway, so Suniti was advanced. She already did some tapasya. So mother is advanced, so the child is naturally advanced. But of course, Kshatriya blood. So the point is, what is that? That's why she guided him rightly. Recently, I was telling somebody. So this is what I always observe actually, when parents take very long time. Recently, I told one family, not here, in my travels. If either of the two is not so serious in bhakti, only one is serious. The children have seen, this might, more than 2 decades now. The children will not take it up so seriously. They'll take it up loosely. When the parents, there is not so much pressure, they'll give it up. But their mind goes based on the parents, Okay, robotics, this. When both are serious, children will pick up mrudanga, this thing. The education also they do very well. This also very well. This is my observation and my preaching in America for more than 2 decades. So one time Ramapaswami mentioned it. It's a parents have a moral responsibility of bringing the children from Rojo and Tamo to Sattva. It's an investment. If not, the trouble children will give on Rojo and Tamo, first of all, you have to spend a lot of time to solve that. Second thing is still they are in Rajo and Tamo. You will not be there, once they touch 40s and then you will be gone. So it's better we invest when they don't know anything of this world and make them a devotee as much as you can, because that's also a soul, very old. So Suniti and Nardmani, what they're telling, great, you take a bhakti, you know. So Nardmani is referred to here as Bhagavan. Nardmani in first canto, third chapter, Nardmani is mentioned as an incarnation. Jiva Tattva, no doubt, but Shaktavesh. To spread devotional service. That's why Nardmani doesn't have anything other than just traveling and preaching. That's it. So for that reason, he is called Bhagavan Narada. Just Shaktavesh avatar to spread bhakti. So, but of all incarnations, Krishna is called Purushottama, the best. So what Nardmani did, he tested him. He tested him and chalo, go home. He said, no, that is the Guru's duty actually. Guru has to test and assess, Then actually Gopal Krishna Maharaj would always talk to people before initiation. And Maharaj would say, no, tomorrow you're not getting initiated. Maharaj would assess. Interesting. Same thing with Bhakti Rasamrita. No, you will not get it. So they will not bluntly reject some more time. Wait another 6 months. I recommend one person to Chandramali Maharaj. Chandramali Maharaj looked at him and said, you wait. Maharaj said that you wait. Just Paramatma, I think, guided him, So he said, wait. This Prabhu was upset. Maharaj saw that also. Maharaj said, Prabhu, when Prabhupada told people to wait, people waited. So you should wait. So, his judgment was very perfect actually. So Guru knows, we cannot. So then when he tested the qualities of Dhruva, and Dhruva Maharaj, I think, he pleased him with his behavior. Then I said, all right, you go forward with this. And today, the last few lines, it is what I want to speak actually. His duty is to engage the disciple in proper devotional service as prescribed in the Shastras. Krishna was similarly present before Arjuna, even though he could have given him all the facilities for victory over opposing party without a fight, he didn't do so. So Krishna does not make it easy for devotees because you'll become proud. That one quality we have it. If we achieve just like that, we become proud. So Krishna, I think Uddhav Gita, Vidura, what's his name? He says this. Uddhava says this. You come externally as externally as Guru, internally as Paramatma, and you train the disciple on the path of bhakti. For the service you do to the Jiva can never repay. Even if he serves you one Brahma's lifetime. It's a thankless task of Krishna also. He trains us actually. Internally as Paramatma and externally as Guru. But problem is we are very, what is our problem? Too much ego. Too much impurities actually. But Krishna says, no problem, no problem. Gopakumar goes and Krishna tells, my friend, how long I have waited. You will come this life, you'll come this life, you'll come this life. You never came. So, ऐसा इंतजार करते करते बहुत दिन बीत गया. I waited. Yugas passed. Still I kept on waiting, my friend. Krishna embraced and cried, and Gopkumar saw Vishnu also. But when he saw Krishna's love for him, Gopkumar fainted. Krishna also fainted. That is Krishna's love. Hare Krishna. Amazing. So the point is, what is that? Krishna ensures, he gives in such a way, you will not become proud. He gives in such a way, we continue in bhakti. He will not give in such a way, that thing is so much overwhelming and we just give up our bhakti. No. No. See, can you believe? Dhruva achieved everything in 6 months. Then what Dhruva got? Even though Dhruva was told you will get this, Dhruva was unhappy. Why? Kachan Vichinnam Nadidiviratnam Swamin Pradadasmi Varamnayache. Even after seeing the Supreme Lord, I still have these feelings, ill feelings for my stepmother. That's why he gave me all these things. He was unhappy. My experience, I'm telling you. Anything we perform with Rajoguna, always had mixed results. If your desire is not pure, you persist, Krishna, give my Lord, give me. Krishna will give. But because it's Rajoguna and metal world, you will have mixed results. A portion you like it, a portion you don't like it. This is true with bhakti. What to speak of outsiders? Only to tell outsiders you have all these billions, but their anxiety is, unlimited. So that's why one should not be enamored by the outside the success of the materialists, because they are going through so much anxiety. Only namesake they have all this money and assets and cars. One should not be enamored by that. He could have given him all the facilities for victory or opposing party without a fight, but he didn't do so. Instead, he asked Arjun to fight. He made it very mellow. After 18 days, maybe Arjun will die, somebody will die. Ooh, tension. Whereas the person who arranged it, he knows who is going to win. We are starting the construction. TOEP came. And I said, we are starting construction. TOEP came. I said, all right, please come. Nityanand Prabhu shoes are coming. Hopefully Nityanand Prabhu will bless us. And that day they collected 230K. How much? 230K. Already our construction started, everything was approved. In 1 month it started. And one day, I have cultivated one person, big man. So we were talking. And he asked me, I need your blessings. I said, for what? Yesterday, Ambrish Prabhu came to my home. And so when such a big man came to my home, I want to donate $250,000. And I need your blessings. Arey Prabhu, if you give that $250,000 here. And he's asking me blessings. I said, how can I say that? I know. I said, all right, who you can give, what can you do? So, uh, so Then one day I asked, very big man actually, we are connected for so many years. You know, Prabhuji, I mean, I know I don't want to ask, but finally asked. He said, Prabhuji, I gave only last week only this money. I gave $2 million. Why don't you ask them? In ISKCON, if you go in another temple, you ask the will. I regretted that I asked him actually. But I want to tell you, our construction never stopped even one day because we don't have money. So the point is, when you slog, then you will not become proud. Even if you become proud, Krishna will apply some medicine to take it out. So thing is, that's why it is the Guru's thankless duty to give what disciple needs, but at the same time he has to ensure disciple is in proper path of bhakti. That's why spirituality is not about externals. Spirituality is always about internals. Spirituality is always about everyone has to be conscious of the presence of Maya. Everyone has to be conscious of the presence of Maya. If we take Maya for granted, our fingers will be cut. This person, no names, if you want, I can tell that. When he would come to Mayapur, the bells will ring, the bells would ring. Great personality. So this bell is ringing means some celebrities coming. Everyone would come. And that sannyasi would give his disciples challenges. This Christmas marathon, you will compete with the disciples in the European countries, this country, that country, that country. So they would work hard and they would bring amazing results. Today is not there. It's not there in the moment. Another sannyasi, so many disciples. It's not there. So, Janma sadhak kori karo paropakar. If if you are comfortable, then try to help others. If you are not comfortable, you cannot. Mayapur construction started in 2005. TUP construction. I went 2014, nothing. In the past 9 years, what is happening? 16 also nothing. Why? It is all a land close to Ganga, the foundation. So they were digging. In New York, 10-story building they'll build in 1 year, but 8 months is for foundation. Once the foundation happens, 10 stories will happen only in 4 months. What takes so much time? Foundation. What is your foundation? Oh, your foundation is based on truth, based on bhakti. Any storms will come, will survive. If our foundation is based on what others think of us, what our external successes, sometimes then we are in a very dangerous situation. And then Shyam Kishore made a statement. We should pray for failure. I said, that's a great statement. Because we should experience that opposite of importance. When you come in, nobody you should behave in such a way, you don't have anything to be proud of. Then nobody will, these are his statements actually. Nobody will even acknowledge your presence because this world is totally about that. Then I think his opinion is, I can pray nicely. And that will bring humility. You remember you said that? And I said, wow, always my life is, somebody expects me to do this type of thing. Yesterday also I thought of this lines. I cannot pray like that. So, but that is the karmanyavadikaraste mafulesh kadachana. You have a right to perform your karma, not to the result. Krishna is telling Arjuna, you perform your duty. But you perform in such a way, you will get the result. But end of the day, result is not in your hands. Isn't it? Mafulesh kadachana. Ma karma phala heturvahu ma te sammastu karma. The result is not in your hands. Because result is not in your hands, you should not stay away from doing karma. You have to continue doing your karma. But give the result to me. You know, but simple thing is, if you somebody asks, should I expect a result or not? Try your best. Success or failure, take it up and give it to Krishna. Not easy though. How many of you agree? Because Prabhupada said, Falena parachayate. That statement also Prabhupada said that. How is your endeavor? If your endeavor, like the tree is full of mangoes. If you have right tools, you can pluck the mangoes and sell it in the market and bring the money, and you can run the temple. If you're ill-equipped, Krishna is telling, try your best. Okay, you take 10 stones and start throwing stones. It means your endeavor is not proper. 2.2nd chapter Bhagavad Gita 5:0. Do your duty diligently. So Krishna is telling, I'll do it in any way. Any way is not doing duty rightly. Or Krishna also a very performer, and he is putting you all these things. Try your best and give the best. Result comes, give it. You don't take it. If you take it, next line, you're a miser. That is there in 2.50. Then only, sir, you will come out of cycle of birth. Otherwise, by nature, you are fruitive. You will take it to yourself. This is 2.50. Dureni avaram karma. Buddhiya Dhananjaya Buddha Sarana Nicha Kripana Falahatava. Don't become a miser. You try your best. If outsider is working 10 times harder than, you should work 100 times harder. If he is working for his name and fame, you should work for my pleasure. What is the success? After result comes, give it to me. But now we are trained so much in ISKCON. No, I have not done it. But inside, bolo, bolte jao. I'm listening. That also Krishna sees. Means you failed. That's why Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavara, Nibodhata, walking on the razor edge. Srila Prabhupada, why out of 60,000 disciples of Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada was successful? Gauramro made a nice statement. What is the statement of, what is the opinion of Srila Prabhupada in God brothers, among his God brothers? Abhay Babu is a pounds and shillings man. वो कभी आते नहीं, गुरु महाराज के दर्शन करते नहीं, दर्शन, he doesn't even come. Always many only. And on top of it, not even the sannyasis, there is no fall down. Suddenly, Abhay Babu is a founder Acharya. People had problem taking that. The moral of the story for all of us is, we do not know who is what. Better, easiest thing is fall at everyone. So, if everyone speak over my business, please accept. That will make nice relationship, even if it becomes very successful in future. He'll think, this guy is equal to me, at least he talked to me nicely. Otherwise, he'll keep that in the heart, right? So Prabhupada, yes, Prabhupada became successful. And then all these Brahmins in India, uh, why is he spoiling his God, Vedic culture? He's giving Brahmins to Americans, bleachers, and everything. 50 years later, Prabhupada declared Vishwaguru, not by ISKCON, some other organization, Mayavad organization. If President, Prime Minister has to inaugurate Americans, where will the Americans come from? Westerners? ISKCON only. So now, oh, ISKCON, amazing, amazing. So whole world, were totally, you know, oblivious to what's happening. Prabhupada went and he covered all and put in his pocket and came, established ISKCON, 108 temples. My Lord, thank you very much. And he disappeared from this world. But his disciples ceremoniously, without any, without any quarrel, they balanced it nicely and multiplied to 800 temples. We all remember one time the deities started crying, they started shedding tears. I don't know how many of you remember. Yes, 2, 3 years ago, that's it. So deities were very happy with the collective effort of Prabhupada disciples. So these are few. My punchline today is, please, you have no idea what Krishna is going to give you. Keep that in your heart. Krishna will not give you $1 bus ticket. I just gave you Mercedes. I could have told you on flight actually, Rolls Royce. It's true. Prabhupada came in a cargo ship. I don't know how many of you know. Our Achyut Gauram Prabhu's father was the captain for that ship. And after the ship came to America, and then they removed it, they decommissioned it because it's a wreck. So, and why Prabhupada Krishna did not send him in a flight or some other, what that unsinkable ship of Titanic, whatever. And why 2 heart attacks? Why seasickness? Why so much struggle? For next 10,000 years, and not just 10,000 years. What is unifying factor in ISKCON today? Prabhupada. Old man. Krishna could have given, Vivekananda and all, Prabhupada would have come at the age of 30, very charm, very beauty, powerful lectures. ISKCON would not have served actually. 70-year-old man, seasickness, heart attacks, no money, 40 rupees. These are the keywords, right, for Prabhupada? And 108 temples, only in 12 years. He wrote 70, 80 books. Even after 50 years, you want to bring Westerners, you have to read SSR together with them. You have to give proper lectures. Pure devotee. So that's what Krishna does. Krishna's plan is foolproof. So my request to you, you may be going through struggle, but if only you knew what Krishna is going to give you, that day you'll regret, I should have become more serious. I should have become much more serious. Krishna says, take it. No, no. So the bounty before you have no idea. That's what I'm to tell. So bhakti we cannot do tomorrow, we do today. And Krishna's decision to give you something will not happen after 20 years. Your tiny thing you have done something, I don't know. Of course, Krishna is constantly watching. Paramatma as well as super soul. So sincerity pays. What pays? Sincerity. Yeah. Why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed only to that Brahmana in Srirangam, who did not even know how to read. Why he did not reveal to all the scholars? His sincerity. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Vipra Vasudeva? Vipra Vasudeva considered every insect as his roommate, his housemate, and removed it. Lord Sri Chaitanya tested Sanatana Goswami, no doubt. And when he was coming, his body was, because of the different types of water, water he drank during his travels in the Jharkhand forest. Sanatana Goswami body was filled with sores, boils. And he want to, even Sanatana Goswami, later Lord Chaitanya says, Jagadananda, Jaga is guiding you. You have a qualification of becoming the spiritual master of the universe. How can he guide you? But Sanatana Goswami, one time he contemplated ending his life, jumping under the Jagannath cart. So don't think the problems are not there those days. And don't think people are not depressed. Sanatana Goswami contemplated ending his life, jumping under the cart of Jagannath Swami. Now you understand what what suffering Sanatana Goswami was going through. Of course, Lord Chaitanya was there. Lord Chaitanya did not heal him. Lord Chaitanya tested again and again, and every day Lord Chaitanya would embrace him, and the pus and the from his boils would smear the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This was intolerable and unbearable for Sanatana Goswami, and Lord Chaitanya would embrace. Still, he was going through. How much suffering he was going through? One is he is actually smearing his pus on the transcendental body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Second thing, so much suffering. Then one day Lord Chaitanya, he removed it. Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, giving the boils is your lila. Making him go through that ordeal is your lila. Just like that, removing is also your lila. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, what are the troubles I go through to achieve things for Krishna? Those are my ecstasies. The reasons for my ecstasies in the later part of my life. Wow. Sometimes the troubles extends little longer period. Only to increase your patience. Don't worry. Tatenukambam susamikshmana vunjana evatmakritam vibhagam hritva vapurvar vidadan namaste jiveti yamuktipade sadaya bhag. You are already noted by Krishna as his property. You will not, for only one thing, we should not, Krishna is holding an umbrella of mercy, we shouldn't make holes to that by offending others. His own son, Bhoma, Krishna killed him. So we should not offend devotees. We should not be arrogant. We should be proud. But Sadhayabhak, if you have this proper mentality, you will become the rightful owner of that inheritance. That is Sadhayabhak. Only thing, wait. Any question or comment? Please forgive me if I've spoken anything wrong, but thank you very much for being patient. That's my service. Any question or comment? Yes, Prabhu.
So question I have is, we have our Swabhava and then we will say most of the times the seva that we perform, that if it is standing or hearing Bhagavad, that's always things. But other than that, the services are designed more action. And it's like people who have to get into that more in order to perform their service. Otherwise, like you cannot do their seva. So how do you transcend when most of the services are in that the mode of passion, not in synthesis?
If you're actually one time I had a conversation with Garam on this. We discussed a lot on this. If you are in Rajaguna, you will do the job well because you're Rajaguna. The work is Rajaguna. So which are gunas you are in and which are you get the service, you will flourish there. Second thing is, this is also bhakti, transcendental. So anyone can do any service. That's why if you see managers in ISKCON, they will do the pot washing, they'll do the toilet cleaning, they'll also do the cooking, they'll also give lectures, they'll also do the fundraising. I mentioned all the four types of Sudra activity I mentioned, Vaishya activity I mentioned, Kshatriya activity I mentioned, and I also mentioned Sattva activity, Brahmanical activity. But in the discussion, he made a point. You will do that particular service which is incompatible with your modes. You will do it nicely. It's apadharma, emergency only you should accept. You will not flourish in that service for a long time. No names. One sannyasi resigned as a temple president. Giriraj Maharaj said, prolonged incompatible service. What a statement, huh? Is this sannyasi, he is in good standing even today as a sannyasi, but he has a temple president position. So then Maharaj said, prolonged incompatible service. Means he is doing is an emergency. But emergency, you come as night watchman in cricket. There are night watchmen who scored centuries also. But there's only an exception. Sometimes what we do, I'm talking to myself, you take up service, it's very lucrative. But if your moods, if your mentality doesn't match, it'll be an incompatible service. You will lose other areas. One time I was talking to Govindu with nice point. Sometimes what happens is, if you're a very successful cricketer, they'll give you bowling also. And you become successful in bowling also, a medium pacer or whatever, or spinner. Then what they try to excel in that. In trying to excel, they will fail as batsmen. It happened many times. Govindu told me that. So emergency, you can take up the service, but not for long time. That's my answer. Okay. Any other question?
This was
Yeah.
tested
Hmm.
and then was speaking. But even before we tested, it just appeared of the blue. So what is that quality in Dhruva Maharaj that made him suddenly appear?
Sincerity. So, and enthusiasm and determination. He is determined. Actually, no, what is that? Narmani want to prove the world. All you need is where is the knowledge, Prabhu? He's a 5-year-old. He didn't do any Bhagavad Gita study for 7-8 years. All the things he has is 2 things, mantra and guru, that's it. Now Ardhaman is telling Bhakti Yoga is very easy. If you are determined, mantra and guru mantra is there, you will get in success only. Not in 60 years, 6 months. Oh, wow. This is Narada Muni's thesis to the rest of the world. Like, sometimes this company releases basmati rice, you take this basmati rice, or you this nariyal, these coconuts, or these seeds, they'll give you high produce. And what they do, they give an example. That type of examples are there in Bhagavatam. Ajamil. What an example Ajamil story gives for power of the holy name. What example Bhakti Yoga, Dhruva Maharaj gives for Bhakti Yoga. Dhruva Maharaj knew nothing. He didn't attend any Bhagavad Gita classes. He just became in the fit of anger, he left. Knowing nothing. So many stories. If you are sincere, you'll get shelter of Krishna. Your Guru will come. He will give you and you'll attain the perfection. All the dots tick, 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 tick. 6 months later, Haribol. Are what Haribol? Now I'm sure Suniti must have doubted twice to embrace him. Uttanabad must have been really shivered to embrace because son, Yogamaya, some Yogamayas. And I really do not know the consciousness of Suruchi. In 6 months, Prabhu, 6 months, people attain. Suddenly say, I already graduated. After 2-3 years. But this one, 6 months only. That's why we are all fortunate that we came to Bhakti Yoga. Simple thing, continue. Don't offend devotees. This message has to go to entire ISKCON actually. Should not offend anybody. Should not criticize anybody. You are very good in that, of course. I'm talking to myself. Then said Krishna, what is Krishna? Krishna means infinite. He'll be with you. After some time, just Maharaj Dhruva and 130,000 Yakshas, that too mystical Yakshas, they couldn't stand before him. Again, test. Kubera is asking, thank you for stopping the war. Tell me what you want. I don't need anything. Increase my bhakti to Krishna. Oh, what do I need? I don't need anything. Janayatyasu vairagnyam jnanam cha yaddahitikam. That is Krishna bhakti. People don't understand. India is filled with Maya actually. So much Maya. But Prabhupada came to America. Everyone, you'll not do it. Prabhupada is asking, please. Somebody sent a pair of kartals. Singhania would have given him money. Krishna said no. When this person becomes famous, he will become famous alone. Prabhupada wrote letters again and again. Narayan Maharaj, that Maharaj, this Maharaj, Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj. Anyone would have sent some money. Very interesting, Krishna said no. Not that Prabhupada didn't ask. Prabhupada asked. Those are all the key points where Prabhupada struck success. And some guru, his godbrother, he opened one more organization. By this time, Prabhupada had 70 centers. Prabhupada said, I want to become part of your organization. As a member. What a personality. Here. Prabhupada didn't open all the buttons and say, of course, I'll start. So we started theorizing actually, no? Start making theories out of it. Prabhupada said, no, I'll join your company. But one point Prabhupada didn't like in that. The founder has the authority to remove the GBC. He also wants to have some members and all. And has the authority to name his successor. Where is the successor in ISKCON? Did Prabhupada name anyone as a successor? All my disciples, yes. Quality has value. Any other question or comment? Yes, you want to say something?
Follow up to Brahmamurtha question. Like you said that emergency we have to take like the services which is not compatible, but when we get content services in order to balance throughout our life, one has to strive for many services. If they are not compatible also, out of tapasya, to safeguard ourselves, or to continuously do it.
Answer is probably not that.
And small thing is that in the eyes of Radha and Krishna, there is no menial or nothing.
First of all, there is no menial, yes. There is no menial service. The only thing is, for example, your body elements, they are fit well in Indian atmosphere. But here, your presence here is an austerity. But you are doing it, you will continue for the rest of the life. But you are doing it as a service. Krishna knows that. Prabhupada told Madhudiswa Maharaj. Madhudiswa Maharaj helped Prabhupada like anything. Australia. Established. He's a Prabhupada man. What happened? He fell down. I mean, he got married. But he was sannyasi. So he didn't show his face for 1 year. But later, 1 year later, he came. Suddenly disappeared. And he came, Prabhupada gave gifts to his wife. And Prabhupada said, make your wife Krishna conscious. And there Prabhupada told, what is his name? Crocodile, Gajendra and crocodile. Gajendra is very powerful. Unfortunately, is in water. No food. But crocodile is in water. That is, gadda. Second thing is getting the food. Gajendra is fighting, but no food. If Gajendra is on the road and crocodile is on the road, before 3 seconds would finish, Gajendra would crush the crocodile. Crocodile is in his elements. Gajendra is out of his elements. Prabhupada said, no, wherever you are situated, be comfortable. But you continue that. You'll excel. Otherwise, you'll do service because devotees, right? Emergency. Jayapata Maharaj asked to become temple president in 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, after he joined, 2 weeks he became temple president. But he didn't stay there for a long time. After that, he gave it up and further. So prolonged, in a extended time, we cannot do it. Even if we do it, the results won't be so great. That's the point I'm making. Does it answer you? Online, anyone has any question? Otherwise, we'll end it. Hare Krishna. Online, anyone has any question? Otherwise, we'll stop and we'll end it.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We'll end it here. Thank you very much. Vancha Kalata.
Darbhyasya kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo.
I have only one line to add and I'm done. Try your best.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Try your best. Give the best. And without asking anything, let Krishna's mercy unfold. Last that line I want to tell was, Prabhupada came in cargo ship. Only 3 years later, Prabhupada came to Detroit. Was waiting in Detroit airport. Ambrish Prabhu was waiting with Lincoln Continental car. Wow. And did Prabhupada expect 64 when he was standing on Bombay streets collecting money? That's how Krishna works. That is Krishna. But of course, if you look for that, then you'll be a spoiled child. That is also wrong. You should also have Avanti Brahmana story in the side by side. Prabhupada's story and Avanti Brahmana story. And another story is, what is that? Sudama Vipra story also. So we should have Prabhupada's story and Sudama Vipra story is sandwiched between Avanti Brahmana story. Krishna knows what to give to whom and when. If spoken anything wrong, please forgive me as a humble servant, but very grateful for your patience. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Narendra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you. I'm ending now. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
Dandat pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Pranam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.